Okay, so I have been very busy and like just having too much fun and doing too many things to blog recently. So I'm doing this video blog thing just to catch everything up, and I kind of feel like I should be writing, because I don't know, I made that commitment to myself, but I am just going to do this because I don't have time. Also, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm just gonna do from November 9th or 8th to the 15th. And I'm gonna go through that and what I did. So, November 9th, or November 8th was a Sunday. I went to church and whatever. November 9th was the last day of my internship. It was Monday. I was so happy. Went in, had a meeting with my boss, like explained everything, did my final kind of thing, presentation, and was done. And I was like gleaming of happiness. I was just like, yeah. My boss gave me a cookbook, and I was like, thank you. So that's what happened. And then I saw Ian at school earlier before my internship, and he was like, do you want to go to a soccer game tonight? And I was like, Ian's from Brian, and he was like, do you want to go to a soccer game? And I was like, yeah, sure. And then I invited Natalie, who goes to school in Washington and is from Seattle. And so I invited her, and nobody else wanted to go, but we went. And honestly, it was like Santiago Wanderers versus, honestly, Valparaiso, I don't know, it was like Everton. I think it was Everton. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I don't really care that much. I like soccer, but like, I like watching it, but I'm not like, oh my god, let me care. So anyway, I went to the soccer game. Well, first I went to Valpo. We had to buy our tickets at 5 because, or we had to buy our tickets before, before 7, I think, actually. So we went to Valpo at like 6. The bus ride there was really long. Hold on, I have to plug in my computer really quickly because it might die. So anyway, we did that, and it was fun, and I'll be right back. Okay, so we went to Valpo, and then, so we had to buy our tickets, but the game wasn't until 9, so we sat around. We ended up going, we wanted to get like a little bit of food, because none of us had food. So we went to this bar, and it ended up being like the Previa, which is like Chilean word for pregame. Like there's like a Previa, like an actual set place that everyone goes before the game, I guess, and this happened to be this bar. And so we walked in, and everyone's like, gringos, like I don't look Chilean, so I didn't fit in. But it was so fun. It honestly was like so much fun. So we went there, and we got 3 liters of beer, and then this like lady kind of called us over, and she was like a Chilean lady, and she was sitting with her friend, and she called us over, and I was like, oh, we shouldn't go over there. Like, I don't know, they kind of teach you to be like not afraid of like locals, but like this place is kind of sketchy, and like I don't know, they're kind of just like, people will try to steal from you and basically just take advantage of you. So anyway, I was like, kind of like, we shouldn't, but Ian was like, we're going, so I'm like, okay, we'll go, whatever. So we went and we sat with this lady, and she ended up being so nice. Like, I don't know, she was just such a nice lady. She was talking about like her kids and how she used to be a drug addict and stuff, and I was like, I'm sorry, you should go home to your kids. But anyway, she actually was so nice, and we like hung out with her. Everyone was like chanting in the bar, wearing like their like all their gear. I don't know, it was just really cool, the whole like environment. I was like, damn, like this is what real Chilean people do. I don't know, I mean, obviously like I've been here long enough, so I've been in experiences like that, but this was just so random and unexpected that it ended up being like probably one of my like most favorite days here, because it was just so fun. And like, I don't know, they were so nice to us. Normally Chilean people aren't that nice. They're kind of like, okay, well, like, you're a gringo, you're just here to travel, and you're gonna leave. But no, they were so nice, and whatever. So one embarrassing thing that happened during that time was that, okay, so there's this lady, she was sitting with the lady that we were talking to, and she had like a cup with a little bit of beer in it, and the lady that we were talking to like was like, oh yeah, she just has that in front of her, she doesn't drink, because she has like she was like pointing to her stomach and saying all the Spanish stuff, but she was joking. She said, oh, and a baby, like, so I was like, oh, like before that I was like, oh my god, are we drinking with a pregnant woman? Like, I'm really confused, like, because she kind of looked pregnant, and they said pregnant, okay, they said the word pregnant in Spanish, so I was like, she's probably pregnant, I mean, obviously. So then later I was like, in Spanish I asked her how many months, she was pregnant. And she was like literally the most awkward situation because she burst out laughing, but then she was like red in the face, and I was like, oh my god, fuck, this woman isn't pregnant. I'm sorry for swearing. Shouldn't have sworn. So yeah, I asked a random really nice lady how many months she was pregnant, and she wasn't pregnant. So she just told me she had like gas problems in her stomach, so she couldn't drink beer. Okay, so basically that happened. Yeah, we went to the game. We lost Ian, but regardless, it was still so fun. Yeah, we lost Ian. It's kind of a funny story, but I don't want to put it on the internet. Anyway, so yeah, I kind of wrote down stuff on the side so I can keep myself on track. My last one was like way longer, and this one I guess I'm gonna make it shorter. So November 10th, the next day I went to the beach. I got a Chilean pedicure. Okay, I just said a Chilean pedicure. It's really just a pedicure, but they literally take like so long. It's not nice and girly like in the States. They're not like, oh, let me rub your leg. Like they're like, let me attack your foot, and I'm like, okay. So anyway, I don't know. It's just like I got a pedicure, and it was really nice. It took like an hour and a half here. It takes like it's a full day thing. So then I had class, and then I went home. I don't know what I did that night. And then the 11th, I went to the beach during the day because it's been so nice out, and I've just been like, beach, 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 let's go to the beach. And so I went to the beach, and then at night, it was Wednesday, so it's like this, every Wednesday it's called Miracle de Baile, like Wednesdays of dance, basically, and it's just like at different like locations, mostly this club Hollywood that's in Viña. And so I went to Excel's apartment, Excel and Indira, and they're both from Belgium, and I met them here, and they have an apartment, and they're really nice, and I really like them, and they're so fun and cool. Okay, so we went to their apartment with Marion, and brought a bottle of wine, and we drank it, and then we went to Miracle de Baile and had so much fun, and we were just like dancing to some reggaeton, and blah 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 blah. It was really fun. It actually just like, this whole week was really fun. Then we went there, and I woke up the next morning because I had an exam, and my phone was broken. I came home at like 4 in the morning, I think, because like, I don't know, it's just how everything ends here. It's like 4 in the morning. I don't know. So I got home, and I woke up the next morning on Thursday, the 12th, and my phone was broken. And you know what? I was kind of like, well, I should have expected this. My every single charger I've had broke, like my computer broke. Everything kind of breaks. I was like, ish, meh, it happens, I guess. So, yeah, I don't know. I wasn't that upset, which is kind of surprising, because I was just like, well, whatever, I guess I'm not to live. Yeah, I mean, I was a little upset, but then I was like, eh, schmidt. Okay, so I had an exam, and then after, I went to the beach. And then, on the 13th, it was my host brother's graduation day, my younger host brother from high school. So I spent the whole day at the beach, obviously, because it was so fun and nice. And then, I went to his graduation for 23 people from his private Catholic high school. 2.5 hours of sitting there listening to someone speak in Spanish about how wonderful these children are. And I'm sorry, but it was like, it was just a lot of stuff. I was like, oh my god, I don't know. Yeah, I feel like I'll probably remember that, but I'm glad that, I don't know, it's just so crazy it took so long. Anyway, then we went out, like, with the family, and I was supposed to go to Juliana and Danielle's 21st and 20th birthday bash in Valpo, but I got home too late, and I didn't want to, like, go on a micro by myself to Valpo, because it's kind of dangerous, so I was kind of like, ugh, okay, whatever, I won't go. So I didn't go, and then I woke up the next day, and Ian and Natalie were kind of like, okay, we're going camping, and I was like, alright. I don't know, I mean, I don't know, it's fun, but I was just like, okay, I guess I'm going camping. And so I left my host mom a note. She has it like hanging in the kitchen because like no one was home, so I was just like, I don't know, they like always want to know what you're doing, and I like wrote in the note like, my mom in the United States knows, so like just kind of like as a little like, hello, I'm like, okay, I can go. So I was just like, voy a acampar, and she's like, okay, and I was like, cool. Okay, so she didn't actually say that because she wasn't home. I'm lying. Okay, so we took a micro to Zapayar, and it's, honestly, look up pictures of Zapayar because it's so cool. Like, the houses there are ridiculously nice. It's like all modern architecture. Not really my favorite, but still, like, so, I don't know, it was so expensive, but so pretty. I've never seen houses like that. It was like that is where they shoot car commercials. I just know it. Because there's like these houses that you can drive onto the roofs. I'm just like, that's ridiculous. Okay, so I have to hurry up. Okay, so we went camping, and we literally found we got food, and we were just like walking around. It was really like, it was not sunny because the mountains are really close to the ocean, so it like makes like this fog, but it was so hot. I was like sweating. I had upper lip sweat, and that's when you know. And so we got food to like camp, to like eat, and then we went to our campsite fairly early because you had to put up the tent and stuff, which takes like 5 minutes. So okay, so we went, and we like after like walking around and stuff, like just look at my pictures on Facebook, but we walked around and then went to bed, and the view was so pretty. We like hiked up this random place, and we're like kind of camping probably in someone's property, but it was so pretty. Like, just look at the pictures, it's just so pretty. Okay, I'm being ridiculous now. Okay, so then the next day we woke up like at 5 in the morning, and we like brushed our teeth on the side of the road, and we like, I don't know, it just felt like legit camping. Okay, so, oh yeah, also I slept in a tent, and I for some reason it's cold here at night, and I only brought one bed sheet. I was like, this is fun. Like, why did I bring one bed sheet? And like Ian had like a sleeping pad and like a sleeping bag too, and I was like, I'm sleeping on the ground with a bed sheet, but I lived, so it's okay. Okay, so then the next day we went an hour, 15 minutes north to a place called Papudo, and it was really pretty. We walked along the beach, and we walked up to these like mountains with trees, and then we like walked all the way back, and then we spent 4 hours basically scaling rocks and trying to get to this one point like out in the ocean, and we realized that we couldn't get there after we scaled and jumped and climbed. Like, it was actually really hard work, and I was scared at points like of dying because the ocean was like right there, and I was like, I'm gonna fall in the ocean, or I'm gonna fall down, or something really bad's gonna happen. I also kept thinking, like, what if there's an earthquake right now, because earthquakes are prevalent here. What if there's an earthquake and everything shakes and I just go right into the ocean, and the ocean just like basically is like, sorry, but you're just smashed up against the rocks. Anyway, okay, that didn't happen, so I was okay. But yeah, and then we went down, then we, on our like way home, so we spent like 4 hours just climbing rocks, and it was a really good workout, but it was a lot. Okay, so then we went back down south to my Tencio, and we honestly had no plan for this weekend. We just went, and it was actually so fun. So I also had the best crab empanada of my life, actually best empanada of my life, and it had crab and cheese in it, and it was like, my Tencio was like a little town on the ocean. Look up Sapphire architecture, by the way, like just look up Sapphire houses. And we so yeah, we got off the bus there. It was really cute. I would recommend people going there if you guys have time. So went there, and then took a bus home, and I was so tired. I showered and like went to bed. But yeah, that week, honestly, this whole week from like the 9th to the 15th was so fun. Like, my phone broke and all this stuff, and it's kind of hard to communicate when you don't have a phone and like all this stuff, but I don't know why, I just like started being like, okay, if people are gonna ask me to do something, I'm just not even gonna think about it. I'm just gonna go, because like, when else am I gonna be here? Like, when else am I gonna go camping in this place? Like, you never, so might as well just do it. And I don't know, I've literally just had the most fun, like, in November, like, that I've probably had in, like, although, like, it's always sometimes difficult, but, like, I just had so much fun, and today's Thanksgiving, so I'm so thankful for it and stuff. Okay, anyway, I hope this uploads, because otherwise I'm gonna have to do it again, and I don't know if I have that in me. Okay, yeah, so I'm just doing this for now, and then I'll do the, like, other times later. Okay, sorry, bye.